Hey fellow beaders, it's JP, and today for Bead Stash Sunday I have a quick tutorial. It's a ring tutorial. I teach you how to make this cute little dainty ring. It's very simple, and this is like the perfect thing to do if you're a beginner. Really easy to do, and you don't need a lot of beads at all. You need 8 superduos. You'll need a little bit of 11 seed beads. And you need one 8mm bead that I have here. And that is it. A pearl would be great if you have a pearl. I've got a nice pearly finish to these are olivine is the color of my super duos. So depending on what color you're using, a pearl would be great sitting in the center. And I'm using a faceted 8mm round, but you can use whatever you have. It doesn't have to be anything, it doesn't have to be what I'm using. So as I said, a pearl's great, crystal, anything. So even a bicone, so you got a big old 8mm bicone will work. Excuse me. In addition, you'll learn how to make, I'll teach you how to do ladder stitch. So the band is done using ladder stitch. And it's just a quick little band. It's really fast, makes up quickly. And so this ring should not take you very long at all. And also, if you guys, I don't know if you know this, but I have it's not a weekly newsletter, but I probably do it every few weeks. I have a newsletter that I send out, and it just has some tips on beading. I probably show you a link to my latest YouTube tutorials and stuff. So if you guys are interested, it's www.JRPDesigns.net. And if you're interested in the newsletter, go ahead and sign up, and you'll get a free PDF tutorial with it. And I will have the link in the description box below the video, so you'll be able to just click it and go to it. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. And, oh, by the way, I will be showing you how to make some earrings and a bracelet with this component. So this is just the beginning. This will be, I think, a really, really cute set. And then with the bracelet design, you should even be, if you make it longer, you'll be able to make a necklace too. All right, let's get started. Hey fellow beaders, so to start our ring component here, we are going to pick up 8 superduo beads and 8 11 beads here. And you want to have them all down towards the bottom of your thread, and we are going to tie a knot like I typically do in a lot of my videos. There we go. I'm trying to a lot more thread than I realized here. Anyway, I hope you guys, I'm filming this on Mother's Day, so I hope you guys are having a good Mother's Day, depending on when you watch it, or had a good Mother's Day if you watch it later on. Anyway, here we go. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm trying to make sure this knot stays. So, basic square knot. There we go. And that's what you should get. So there should be a 11 seed bead between all of your superduos. And then we are going to reinforce our little circle here. And we're going to go through these beads little by little. So usually 2 or 3 beads at a time is good. If you can do more, great. I can usually do 3, sometimes 4 or 5, but there. So it looks like I got several there. I want to make sure, the other reason to go slow is to make sure that you get, you don't skip any of the beads. And okay, so I've gone through almost all of them. So I'm going to go through this last 11 and then back through the superduo here where I kind of have the knot. And to make sure everything is nice and secure. So I was coming out of this superduo here, and I went ahead and went into the other hole of this superduo. Now I'm going to put a seed bead between each of my superduos. So just pick up one of your 11-ohs and go into the next superduo, like so. Pick up another one, go into the next one. And the next one. Oh, I'm having trouble there. Okay. So we're going to be doing this probably, let's see, I did it 4 times. I'm going to do it total 8 times. And yes, there is slack here in my thread, but we have a few more steps to go, and I will be showing you how this is all going to come together. And there it is, one more to go. Then go ahead, so go through your last superduo and the 11-oh seed bead too. You're going to pull this upward, so you can see this is not sitting flat. It's sitting upward, and like so. Now go through the superduo next to this 11-oh. And you are going to pick up 3 11-ohs. You're going to skip this 11-oh here and go into the next superduo. Like so. Then you're going to continue, and we are going to do this. We're going to repeat this. So you're going to skip, so you're going to go through this 11-oh and the next superduo. Just like so. So you're coming out of there. Now you're going to do it again. You're going to pick up 3 11-ohs, and you're just going to go through the superduo. And if you want, you can go ahead and continue on past through the 11-oh, next 11-oh and superduo like I'm doing here. So I'm going through 3 beads. All right, my thread got caught there and something else on my desk here. And this is what you'll have so far. Now go ahead and do it again. So you pick up 3. So you're going to be, right now, you should be directly opposite this set of 3. So you should be creating another point that's directly opposite. So go through the superduo here, and you can go ahead and go through the next 11-oh and superduo. So you go through 3 beads. All right, and one more time, you pick up 3, and you go into this superduo here. Continue onward, or continue through the 11-oh and the next superduo. Just like that. Let's make sure I'm in the center here. All right, so now I'm coming out of this superduo. And actually, I'm going to go into the lone 11-oh here. So not the group of 3, but the one that's underneath. Like so. I'm going to pick up my big 8mm bead here and bring that down. It's going to pop right in the middle, just like that. Then you want to go into this 11-oh by itself over here. You can see what I'm doing there. Like so. Go back into your 8mm bead. And that's what you get. And then back through your 11-oh over here where we started. So if you can see my little thread here, my thread is coming out Let's see if I can move it so you guys can see better. There's my thread, so it's coming out on this side. So I'm going to go into the superduo on the other side of it. And that secures my, it's going to be very secure. My 8mm is now securely on the center. And you can go back through and reinforce this. So I can go back through the 8mm. Then go through the 11-0 here. Like so, and then back through the 8mm. Okay, now we're going to continue. So go through the 11-0 and the superduo here. There we go. And my tail's caught again. I'm going to continue over, all the way over until I get to the so going through the 11-0, superduo, 11-0, and then this superduo over here. Okay, now I'm going to turn the work over to the back because we're going to go down into the second hole of this superduo, and we're going to go through the 11-0 and the superduo that are coming out. And so you're coming out of these 3 beads here again. Just like that. And I'm going to pick up 3 11-0s, and I'm going to go back through the same set of 3 here. So just like this. And you'll get the seed beads to sit right next to the superduos. So go down through the group of 3. Go through our superduo, seed bead superduo trio here. And it's going to be a little snug as it is in mine, which is okay. It happens. Make sure nothing breaks. So I wanted to make sure that was nice and secure. So I'm going to go through my 3 seed beads here. I'm going to pick up 3 more 11-0s, and I'm going to go back through my 3 11-0s here. And they're going to sit side by side. So what we're doing is something called ladder stitch. And so you go back through the trio you just added, which is what I'm doing here, and like so. And then back, what I did there was just I went back through this pair here and then back out again. So I'm doing a little reinforcing by doing it that way. You don't necessarily have to do the extra step there, but because this is part of, I'm creating a ladder stitch ring band, it'll be very helpful. So I'm picking up 3 more. Now I'm going to go up into the latest group of 3. Like so, and then back down. So like I said, you're now set up to do, you're now set up to add 3 more, but you can make another round to make this a little bit more secure if you want. So the biggest thing with this stitch is that you have to make sure your tension is nice and tight. Otherwise, you'll end up with slack in your thread. You don't want that. So I'm going to go ahead and continue and add more beads. And that's all you're doing. So you're just gonna go down into that. And I added those, then you go back up to the set of 3 that you added. Pull everything tight, and so you're creating your band. So go ahead and continue doing this. I'm going to show you one more time. Pick up 3 and go back through. And then go down to the new set. And there it is. Okay. So I'll let you guys continue and until you get the length that you need. Okay, so my band is all complete. All I have to do is now attach it to the other side. So you want to look at the 3 beads that are directly opposite these 3 over here, and they should be sitting over our point, and that should help guide you. So I am going to go ahead and do ladder stitch with these 3. So my thread is coming out from the top here. So I'm going to connect to my superduo, my 11-0 over here, and my other superduo here. I'm just going to go through it. And then I'm going to go through the 3 seed beads in my band here. But you want to make sure you're pulling tight, getting rid of any slack in the thread. And you go through your superduo, sure you guys can see that, 11-0 superduo combo here. And I'm going to go back up through my 11-0s if I can find my needle. I seem to have dropped my needle. Here we are. And once more, I believe I will be not going to be able to get through my 11-0s here soon. So there it is. It's pretty tight, pushing through these. And I'm going to grab my pliers to pull my needle out very carefully. There. And once more. All right, so this is the last time. Let's see. I'm going to see if I can get through these 3 beads. Oh, doesn't look like I will be. All right, so I'm going to back out of this because what I'm going to do, even these guys are tight. That's okay. So I'm always about making sure your bands are secure. Okay, so I'm coming out of this superduo. So now I'm just going to go ahead and tie off, and what I want to do is go through several of my beads. So I'm moving away from the band. And I'm going to make a 1/2 inch knot here. So I'm going to go between, go underneath the thread that's between the 2 beads here. And there's the loop. Go through that loop. Make the knot and then continue through. So I will avoid making the knots here by my other side of the band. And This side is also going to be snug, but it looks like I can get through compared to the opposite side. Oh, yay! Don't worry, I've done this a few times, so I do know what I'm doing. All right, go through several of these beads. I don't know if you guys are like just cringing watching me do that and think, oh no, she's going to break the bead. I generally, you know, make a couple of these little components before I shoot the video. And there was my other half hitch. All right, I'm just going to go through the superduo. And I'm going to go upward. So I'm going to go into this upper hole and go through my, actually I will go through my 3 here, my trio of 3 seed beads. And then tie a knot and pull the knot into the superduo and weave the thread away. So the knot, half hitch knot is done. So I've done my 3 knots, and that's typically what I like to do. 2 or 3 is always good. I think that's typically what most of us beaders recommend. I'm gonna just come out of this last superduo here, and then I'm gonna cut my thread. And we should be done. I've scattered my beads here, but there you go. You get a nice little itty bitty ring. Well, the itty bitty part, and what I'm talking about is the top part is itty bitty. The rest of it is fine. And oops, my fingers are a little sweaty, so it's not sliding. There we go. And there it is. Get a nice dainty little ring, and it pops up nicely. It looks like a little flower bud. And this was a very quick tutorial. I hope you guys liked it, and I will see you in the next one. Enjoy your weekend.